Hello and welcome to HD Calcs. I'm Rick, and in this video we're going to have a look at how we can convert between degrees and radians on the Texas Instruments TI-30Xa Calculator. To do this, we'll use the second function key that looks like this, located here, the DRG or Degrees, Radians, Gradients key that looks like this, located here, the pi key that looks like this, located here, and the back key with the second function of conversion or fraction to decimals that looks like this, located here. This calculator lets us convert between degrees and radians, but there are a few steps we have to go through to do it. For example, if we had 45 degrees and wanted to get that result in radians, this is what we would have to do. The first thing we want to do is set our calculator to what we are entering. So if we're entering 45 degrees, we want to make sure we're set to degrees mode. You can see right now we're set to radians mode, and we can change this by pressing the DRG key once to get gradians, and then again to get degrees. See the DEG at the top there? That means we're in degrees mode. Now we enter our 45 degrees, and now we can convert this between degrees, radians, and gradients with the DRG second function. So right now we have 45 degrees. If we press second DRG, you see that changes to our big decimal here, 0.7853, etc. And at the top we see radians. So this is our radians as a decimal. But what if we want this as a fraction, like what it should be, pi over 4? To do this, what we have to do is divide our decimal by pi, press equals, and we see we get 0.25, which we should know is the same as 1 over 4, or in this context, pi over 4. But if we want to get this as a fraction, we can do that by pressing the second function key, and then the fraction to decimal or conversion key here. Press it once, and we see that converts to 1 over 4, which in this context is pi over 4. Another example, let's say we were given 180 degrees. First, we want to get our calculator back to degrees mode. We do that by pressing the DRG key until we see DEG at the top of our screen. Next, we enter our degrees. So for this example, we'll use 180. And then second function, DRG. And we see this converts to 3.14, etc. radians. Now, this should be pretty familiar to us, but if we don't immediately recognize that, we can just divide it by pi, press equals, and see we get a result of 1. So 180 degrees is the same as pi. What if we want to go in the opposite direction? We're given radians and want to get that in degrees. Well, let's look at this one here, where we have pi over 4. We're already in radians mode, so we're good to start with this, and we can enter our bracket pi divided by 4, close our bracket, and see that we get 0.785, etc., which is what we got before. And then if we use second function, DRG, once, we see this converts to gradients, but if we do it again, we get DEG and 45. So that has converted to 45 degrees. Another example, let's say we were given pi. First, we set our calculator to radians, since that's what we're starting with. So we go DRG until we see the RAD at the top there, and then we press the pi key. There we go. Now if we press the second function, drg, once, we get that in gradients. And we do it again, and we convert to degrees. So pi is equal to 180 degrees. All right, I hope this helps, and good luck on those tests out there, everybody.